Meghan Markle is not merely irritated, she is reportedly furious. According to insiders at Netflix, her anger has been expressed openly, not quietly hinted at. The spark? Discovering that the streaming giant, once seen as her ally, is now giving top billing to none other than her longtime rival, Victoria Beckham. And Netflix isn't just offering Victoria a polite welcome. They're pulling out all the stops. Lavish promotion, glowing spotlights, full press coverage, and a marketing push fit for a blockbuster. It's the kind of treatment Meghan feels she never received. While her most recent Netflix project slipped onto the platform with little fanfare and minimal promotion, Victoria Beckham is about to launch a highly anticipated series on October 9th, backed by Netflix's full promotional machine. For Meghan, this cuts deeper than professional competition. Victoria was once part of her inner circle, attending dinners, appearing in photographs, even joining royal celebrations. But that friendship reportedly collapsed when Meghan suspected Victoria of leaking private details to the press. Though never proven, the fallout was significant. David and Victoria, once frequent guests in Meghan and Harry's world, quietly faded from their social orbit. Now with Netflix's backing, the Beckhams appear firmly aligned with the opposite camp. The decision isn't just about one series. It reflects a larger shift in Netflix's strategy. Executives are said to believe Meghan's projects create headlines, but fail to attract subscribers. Victoria, on the other hand, benefits from enduring public affection, boosted further by David Beckham's visible work with the King's Trust and the couple's long-standing ties to the royal family. Adding another twist, Meghan, who once pointed the finger at Victoria for leaks, is now reported to be advising Nicola Peltz, Victoria's daughter-in-law and Brooklyn Beckham's wife. This unexpected connection only heightens the drama, blurring the lines between rivalry, personal history, and Hollywood politics. Meghan Markle's complicated ties with the Peltz family only add another layer to the drama. She had been offering Nicola Peltz support and guidance during her own family tensions. But word of those private conversations somehow made its way into the press. Ironically, some insiders even claim Meghan herself was behind the leak. The situation is dripping with irony, almost begging for its own documentary. David Beckham, however, hasn't forgotten past slights. At the Invictus Games in Sydney, he attended with his children, making a visible effort to show support, only to be met with silence from Prince Harry. No greeting, no acknowledgement, no photograph, just a cold shoulder. For someone of Beckham's stature, a global icon and brand powerhouse, that kind of public snub left a mark. Fast forward to today, and the Beckhams have seamlessly filled the role Harry and Meghan once occupied. They're now welcomed at royal events, sharing easy conversations with Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine, smiling effortlessly in front of the cameras. In many ways, they've become the perfect celebrity couple for the monarchy to lean on. Glamorous, polished, scandal-free, and fully aligned with luxury branding. No memoirs, no dramatic interviews, no Netflix exposés, just charm and consistency. From Meghan's perspective, it looks like betrayal. But to everyone else, it looks like smart strategy. Netflix's shift toward the Beckhams wasn't personal. It was calculated. Meghan's paranoia about being sidelined might sound dramatic, but insiders admit there's truth to it. Victoria Beckham's new Netflix spotlight isn't simply a lucky break. It represents Meghan's quiet dismissal. She wasn't replaced with fanfare. She was pushed aside without ceremony, as if uninvited to her own celebration, and forced to watch Victoria walk in, steal the spotlight, and receive the applause. Behind the decision lies cold business logic. Meghan's earlier Netflix projects generated initial buzz but quickly fizzled. Viewer engagement dropped off, critics weren't impressed, and audiences didn't stay invested. In the world of streaming, that mix is fatal. For Netflix, return on investment is everything, and Meghan no longer delivered. By contrast, the Beckhams offer a safer, more appealing package: global recognition, a strong fashion identity, nostalgic goodwill, and none of the constant controversy Meghan attracts. What makes it sting even more is that Victoria didn't have to fight for this position. She didn't need to craft a royal-adjacent identity or bear her private life in tell-alls. She simply stayed stylish, consistent, and quiet. And when the moment arrived, the spotlight naturally shifted her way. When Harry and Meghan stepped away, the Beckhams stepped right in. Without effort, David and Victoria have become the new it couple for Britain's establishment. They carry the palace's quiet approval, command public fascination, and now enjoy Netflix's full support. Meanwhile, Meghan is left chasing after a spotlight that has already shifted elsewhere. Her anger, though, isn't reserved for Netflix alone. Those close to her say she believes she's facing something larger, a kind of silent industry-wide pact to push her out. In her view, this is punishment for breaking royal protocol, for daring to speak out, for simply being Meghan. She's reportedly been voicing suspicions of an entertainment conspiracy, accusing once friendly executives of turning their backs on her. To Meghan, every missed call, every lukewarm headline feels like deliberate sabotage. That paranoia only deepens when she sees how effortlessly the Beckhams have been welcomed into royal circles. David isn't just casually linked to King Charles anymore. He's actively representing the king's trust abroad. Victoria has found an easy rapport with Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine, two women Meghan famously struggled to connect with. To observers, there's a certain poetic justice at play. The Beckhams, once suspected of leaking stories about Meghan, are now comfortably seated in the very roles she and Harry abandoned. Even more striking is the united front from Kensington and Buckingham. Prince William's camp is said to be in lockstep with the king's advisors, together embracing the Beckhams as the perfect public allies, well-known, respected, and crucially, reliable. They offer the monarchy youthful energy and glamour without the volatility that came with the Sussexes. It's a carefully crafted PR move, and it's succeeding. Meghan, by contrast, is working through less direct routes. She's been spotted close to Nicola and Brooklyn Beckham, using her royal past as a kind of mentorship currency. Reports claim she's been advising Nicola on navigating high-profile marriages and handling complicated in-law dynamics. But every time one of those stories leaks, it only reinforces a narrative of desperation. Meghan talking too much, trying too hard, while the audience tunes out. The most damaging part? David and Victoria don't need to say a word. They haven't offered a single jab, not one comment. Their silence is louder than anything Meghan could say. In the world of celebrity and image-making, restraint often carries more power than constant noise. And right now, the Beckhams are mastering that art while Meghan is struggling against it. In the world of celebrity and royalty, silence can speak louder than any headline, and right now that silence is deafening for Meghan. Her frustration is reaching its peak, but the deepest wound doesn't come from Netflix or even the Beckhams. It comes from a harsher truth. Her royal exit didn't leave the vacuum she once imagined. Instead of waiting for her return, the monarchy adapted, the public moved on, and the spotlight she believed was hers has shifted elsewhere. What stings most isn't just rejection, it's the creeping reality of irrelevance. Watching others thrive in spaces she once called her own. Adding to the humiliation is the growing perception that even Harry is beginning to recognize it. He's been drifting publicly, smiling wider, leaning into charm as though trying to edge back into the royal fold. His recent appearances feel almost staged, dancing at charity galas, playfully sparring with swords for the cameras, even making generous personal donations. Behind the curtain, the whispers grow louder. He wants back in. Not in an official capacity, perhaps, but emotionally. He misses the stability, the respect, and the uncomplicated spotlight that comes with being a working royal, one not clouded by lawsuits or controversies. While Meghan remains combative toward the institution, Harry seems to be searching for reconciliation. Palace insiders suggest King Charles is surprisingly more receptive to Harry than to William at the moment. It sounds improbable, yet it reflects an emerging reality. Charles, undergoing cancer treatment yet maintaining an intense workload, reportedly feels that William's slower, curated approach to royal duties risks diminishing the monarchy's visibility. The press has picked up on this tension. William and Catherine, once celebrated as the monarchy's golden couple, are now being criticized for being too cautious, too restrained, even lazy in some tabloids. The shift is dramatic and it's gaining momentum. Even high-profile royal watchers are weighing in. Tina Brown, once one of the firm's staunch defenders, has begun championing Harry as a refreshing alternative. In her commentary, Harry's open demeanor, his unbuttoned shirts, relaxed energy, and approachable charm stand in contrast to William's formal polish. She argues that the public craves warmth over stiffness, emotion over etiquette. And for all his missteps, Harry still knows how to connect and entertain. Ironically, Meghan is fading from the narrative just as Harry's is being rewritten. He's becoming the story again, rebranded as the relatable outsider who might have a path back. Even more surprising, outlets like the Daily Mail, once relentless critics of the Sussexes, are now running pieces with an unexpectedly sympathetic tone, portraying Harry as a man in search of redemption and family. The media, long his enemy, has become a powerful player in reshaping his image.